Members of the South Dunedin Action Group are calling on authorities to improve local infrastructure. They're concerned the community is not properly protected against heavy rainfall and flooding like what was seen last June. Group leader Clare Curran joins us to explain. Good evening.
Good evening.
What are the group's immediate concerns?
Well, the most important concern is the need for a dialogue with the City Council and to ensure that they are being taken seriously and being listened to. The next priority is really to get some sort of action plan in place so that the community can be reassured that any of the infrastructure issues that led to the severity of last year's floods won't happen again this year when there's a heavy rainfall. And I think that's probably the most urgent issue, because people are anxious and stressed and don't really feel as if they've been listened to, or that there's any way that they can be listened to. So that's why this group is formed.
How many people are involved in the group?
Well, so there was a public meeting in South Dunedin at the beginning of March. Nearly 300 people turned up to that, and out of that meeting came a mandate for a smaller group to seek a meeting with the council, which is what we're still trying to do. A meeting date has been set for next Tuesday, so it's the 3rd of May, but the group's got around 14 members at the moment. I'm sure that will grow.
How do you think infrastructure upgrades should be paid for?
Well, I think what we need to talk about first is infrastructure maintenance and making sure that that's being done properly. I think there's debate as to whether we need to upgrade our infrastructure, our stormwater system. I mean, it stands to reason that if there are problems in South Dunedin, there will be problems elsewhere in the city. And I think we've just got to get the basics right, and I'm not sure that we have. And I think that's what we need to be talking about. The whole issue has been kind of hijacked by, it's going to cost billions of dollars to upgrade the whole system. Well, we don't need to upgrade the whole system. We just need to get the system working properly in the first place. And then it's been hijacked by saying, oh, climate change is the result, is the reason for the flooding. Well, it wasn't. Yes, there is rising groundwater and rising water table in South Dunedin. That's been happening for a long time. We know that, but that isn't what caused the severity of the flooding. The fact that the core infrastructure, whether it was the pumps at Portobello pumping station in Portobello Road in Musselburgh, or there was another pumping station at Musselburgh, or whether it was the mud tanks, none of them were working properly, and that's what we need to be reassured about.
Is the group planning any action over and above meeting with the authorities?
Well, first step is to try and get a dialogue happening, a respectful dialogue, where the community feels as if it's being listened to. There will be another public meeting because there's a commitment being given to do that. And the council is talking about what they call a comms plan. Well, a comms plan actually isn't a one-sided thing. It involves two sides where the people are listened to. And really what the council needs to do is take the trek out to South Dunedin, actually meet with people face to face and ask people what they want in their community and how they see their future. These are not all elderly, and it's not all people on low incomes. There's a lot of property owners being affected out in South Dunedin, a lot of business owners being affected, and there's schools, there's a lot of infrastructure. It's a big swag of Dunedin's population. It should be taken seriously.
From the South Dunedin Action Group, Clare Curran, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.